We are back and you're watching News Channel 3 live at 9. Check this out. Broadway and Beale Street intersect in more ways than one this week. The Tony Award-winning show Memphis the Musical is finally coming home to the city that inspired it.
We are so excited about this. The national tour of Memphis will have its first performance ever at the Orpheum Theater downtown on Friday, and we are fortunate enough to have the Tony-winning creative minds behind Memphis. Call them geniuses, you know, that's what.
Go ahead, call it.
Writer Joe DiPietro and composer David Bryan. What was it about this story, first you, Joe, that you said this will be a hit and believed it before anybody else?
Well, I just knew it was a great story. Memphis the Musical tells a story about the first white disc jockey who plays African-American music in the center of the radio dial in Memphis, Tennessee in the early 50s.
Yep.
And it's a very fictionalized accounting of Dewey Phillips' life and Alan Freed and just a couple other DJs. And those basically early renegades who were really rebels and renegades who
Looking
actually...
back, they really were rebels.
They really were. It was a dangerous thing to do, but they helped integrate the radio and they helped integrate music. And as a result, I think you know, their work actually predated the civil rights movement. So it was an important American story. Yeah, I think art and culture always predates social change, and that's something that music certainly did.
The kids start bringing home that music,
for sure.
and parents go,
And David, for you, what kind of pulled you into this? What was the interest there? I mean, as much other stuff as you were doing, you know, with Bon Jovi.
I got the script from the script gods, you know, it fell down, and I was reading it, and when I read through it, I heard exactly what you see on stage.
Wow.
You know, and I went, this is exactly, I knew it had to be a horn band. I knew it had the flavor of what Memphis was and is and still is.
Yeah.
In my first band, we had a 10-piece band, and we had a horn section. We played those songs, Hold On, I'm Coming, Knock on Wood, all those great songs.
Memphis songs. Yeah, exactly.
Two Jersey boys grew up listening to this music.
Right? I made $7 a night in a club learning that stuff, so that was my school of knowledge.
You know about the blues quite well.
Yes, I do.
How do you approach it differently if you're writing a song for the keyboard section for a Bon Jovi song, and a song that has to tell the whole story, like as opposed to a little story in one song? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It's mainly getting a character from point A to point B.
Yeah, but it has to make
it has
logical.
To be good. It has to be good. That's one thing I always judge myself on. And in the form of a song, you know, of a 3 to 5 minute song.
We talk a lot before we write a song about what it has to accomplish.
Because you have to advance the whole...
Yeah, oh, absolutely. You know, a song in a musical can't just be a great song.
Right.
It has to advance plot, or it has to advance character, generally. So we talk a lot about that and how a song has to... what emotion whoever's singing it is starting with, and what emotion they have to end with, and it generally has to be a progression of some sorts.
And then in the form of a rock song. For me, you know, where there's an intro, a verse, a B verse, a chorus, and then you come back to the verse and come back to a chorus. Most people in Broadway were saying to me, you know, why do you keep repeating that part? I'm like, that's a chorus.
That's a chorus. That's what we call a chorus. What about keeping this thing, keeping it authentic, especially for a town that's all about music like Memphis is?
Well, it's funny because we're two guys from Jersey, so we just thought it's a great story. And I also think of Memphis as a town and a culture as part of the national consciousness. So it was very easy for us to actually just, you know, we did a little research, came down here, read some things, you know, so actually walked around Beale, soaked up the atmosphere. It was very helpful. But it was essentially, I think we just knew it. We just sort of knew what this place was. But I think we wrote a story that we thought was important and true and most of all entertaining. And then it was interesting when we came to, because we had played the show in a few theaters around the country first, and when we came to New York, the actors started coming to us at previews and saying, you know, there are a lot of Memphians coming to see the show and talking. So I was like, oh my God, what do they think? Do they want to,
did that freak anybody out?
That freaked me out. But the actors were like, they love the show. They said they love the show, they thanked us for writing it, so I thought, you know, maybe we got something right with that.
I think it's, you know, in New York, there's 12,000 people a week that walk out of a theater hating each other less, and maybe, you know, bringing the world, really, because when you look on the stage and you see where it is, and you look how ridiculous, you know, racism is, and you see that if people walk out and they're just a little nicer to each other and better, you know, we did our part making the world a little better.
Yeah, that is so cool. When you're writing, though, was there ever a song that would be a great song, but it didn't fit what do you do then? Because
you have to, there's a saying.
We save them for the next year.
Very smart. That's how you do it right.
I mean, but didn't that just kill you? Like, you come up with this great song and maybe it didn't advance the story the way Joe.
Well, we're extremely collaborative. We just have a very good conversation back and forth. And, I think we both realize you can tell on stage if something's just sitting there, like if you just have a song that's just not working and stuff. So we're both, I think, we've worked on Memphis a while, and I think we always try to make it better and better, and I think, we always try to push ourselves. And also, I think we like to write a lot, so if a song's not working, we generally don't have a problem. Let's write another one.
That's the thing with talent. They've got more than their share.
We don't know anything about that. Well, these guys certainly do.
When we were first developing, we'd be on stage, and they'd be working out a scene, go into another room, go into a back room, write a song, work it out. It was exciting. It's fun.
Man.
Memphis live performances October 14th through the 23rd at the Orpheum Theater in the heart of downtown Memphis.
You gotta go. If you can still get tickets, call now.
You can.
There's
still tickets. Yes.
All right.
There's still tickets.
Got you covered.
About out.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. We appreciate you both being here. It's an honor. All right, coming up, Paula Dean is